first I grabbed this wooden pumpkin cutout from Hobby Lobby. It was originally $9.99, but I got it for 40% off. I'll just be using some of this white Anita's acrylic paint. You could also pick up from Hobby Lobby. This did end up taking 2 coats for fuller coverage. You want to just make sure that you allow the first coat to completely dry before going on to the second coat, and then just allow everything to completely dry after that. And once that is dry, you want to grab some blue painter's tape. I get mine from Dollar Tree. So first we're going to be placing a piece in the center of the pumpkin going horizontally. This is going to be the spacer piece. Then you're going to place 2 more pieces of blue painter's tape at the top and the bottom of that spacer piece. Pick up that spacer piece, start going down to the bottom of the pumpkin, and just keep adding more blue painter's tape to the top and the bottom. But again, use that spacer as you're going. And once that is completely covered, you want this color to be the lightest color of the project. So I'm mixing this Anita's acrylic paint in the color Terracotta with some white acrylic paint. Again, you want this to be lighter than the color that is in the original bottle of the Terracotta. So just keep mixing, add more white if you need. And then once that is completely mixed, go ahead and just start applying that acrylic paint all throughout the board. And before that paint dries, I actually peel off that blue painter's tape, because sometimes when you let the paint dry and you go to peel off the blue painter's tape, just sometimes that paint will come off with the blue painter's tape. So I always just peel it off while it's still wet. Just be careful while doing it. So now once that is completely dry, you're then just going to do the same method going vertically. So first go in the center. That's going to be our spacer, 2 other pieces of blue painter's tape beside the spacer, and then just start going all along. Just keep adding more blue painter's tape, taking off that spacer, more blue painter's tape, taking off that spacer, and just keep doing this until that sign is completely covered with the blue painter's tape. You then just want to use that same paint mixture that you did previously, just filling in all those gaps that do not have the blue painter's tape put down. So now for this step, you want to allow this to completely dry, and you do not want to peel off that blue painter's tape. Keep that on for the next step. Once that is completely dry, now we're going to grab some more blue painter's tape, and we're just going to put it down where we originally had put it down before at our first step when we were doing the horizontal lines. It's hard to see on camera, but in person when you do this technique, you could kind of see the white peeking through on the back of the board, and that's where you want to play that blue painter's tape right down. And now once that is completely covered, now you're just going to be using the terracotta straight out of the bottle, because now this is going to be the darkest color of this technique. Go ahead and apply that, peel off that blue painter's tape, and now you just created this adorable buffalo check technique. Go ahead and let that completely dry, and look at how cute. I then got this Hello Fall wooden cutout, also from Hobby Lobby. It was originally $5.99, but it was 40% off. So I'm keeping this simple. I am just painting the entire sign with some black acrylic paint. And this did only take 1 coat. You want to just allow everything to completely dry once that sign is completely covered. And then once everything is dry, now I'm just going to find a good placement for that Hello Fall on the buffalo check pumpkin using some of this Dollar Tree adhesive glue. It's a great substitute for E6000, and a mixture of hot glue. I'm just placing that on the back of the Hello Fall sign, and then again just finding a good placement on top of that buffalo check pumpkin holding that Hello Fall down until the glue is completely adhered. And look at how darling this is. Now this next part is completely optional, but I just wanted to give the pumpkin a little bit more of a definition. So just using a very fine paintbrush and some more of that black acrylic paint, I just went all along the edges with that acrylic paint and just made some very fine lines. I then made this fluffy bow with some raffia. I am just applying some adhesive glue with hot glue and just placing that at the top of the pumpkin. And just look at how awesome this came out. This would make such a great door hanger or a really great piece of decor for any place in your home. I hope this inspires you to create your own. If it did, please be sure to sprinkle the love. Thank you so, so much, and I hope you all have a good rest of your day. Thanks. Bye.